Welcome back, everyone. Your host from the Dr. Cool Cat team here. And today, we are going to unlock a powerful secret for the GED Science test. And what if I told you it has absolutely nothing to do with memorizing a bunch of facts?
Let me ask you something. Does the science section feel like this? Giant, impossible memory test? Do you worry that you need to know every single thing from biology, chemistry, and physics just to even have a shot?
Well, get ready for some seriously good news. The GED Science section is way less about what you know and way more about how you think. It's all about being a data detective. And today, we're going to give you your badge and magnifying glass.
You see, most questions on this test aren't trying to quiz you on stuff from a textbook. They're really just checking if you can look at a chart or a table and figure out if a statement is actually true based only on what's right there in front of you. And this is where this awesome little framework called CER comes into play. Okay, so let's dive into this. CER. It stands for Claims, Evidence, Reasoning. Now, think of it like this. It's the secret blueprint that test makers use to write their questions. So if you know their blueprint, you can take any question apart, piece by piece. It's really just checking, does the claim or the statement actually match up with the evidence, the data, and is there some clear logic, the reasoning, that connects the two? Let's break this down, and don't let the terms scare you. This is super simple. The claim, that's just the answer choice, the conclusion someone's trying to make. The evidence, that's the cold, hard facts from the chart, the numbers, the trends, the stuff you can point to. And the reasoning, that's just the because part. It's the simple logic that links the evidence to the claim. That's it. In every single question, you're just checking if those three pieces snap together perfectly. Okay, to make this even easier, like almost automatic, we've cooked up a simple routine you can use on every single data question. Seriously, think of this as your secret weapon for the GED. All you have to do is remember the word CARE. It's a quick 4-step process that's going to keep you laser-focused and help you dodge all those tricky traps. So, first, you capture the claim the question is asking about. Then you anchor yourself in the evidence, the actual data. After that, you relate the two with some simple reasoning. And finally, the best part, you eliminate all the junk options that just don't fit. This simple routine, I'm telling you, is your key. Let's actually see it in action. All right, theory is great and all, but let's get our hands dirty. Let's see how this CARE routine works with a real example. So here we go, a super simple experiment. We've got 2 fertilizers being tested on tomato plants. You've got your control group, no fertilizer at all. Then you have fertilizer A and fertilizer B. And after 4 weeks, you can see the results right there. The control plants, they're at an average of 16 centimeters. Fertilizer A got them to 21, and fertilizer B, whoa, all the way up to 24 centimeters. All right, so based on that chart, here's a classic GED-style question. Which one of these statements is best supported by the data? And listen to that wording, best supported. That means you can only use what's on the screen. No outside knowledge allowed. Okay, let's fire up the CARE routine. Step 1, capture the task. We need to find the statement that is best supported. Got it? Step 2, anchor in the evidence. What are the hard numbers? Well, 24 is bigger than 21, which is bigger than 16. Simple. Step 3, relate with reasoning. What's the logic? Well, a higher average height means the plants grew more. Makes sense. And now for step 4, eliminate. This is where we look for the traps. Look at option A. The word causes is a huge red flag. C invents stuff about brand names. Where did that come from? And D uses the word in every case. We only know the average, not what every single plant did. See how those just fall apart? And bam, this is the perfect example of why B is the right answer. It's the only one that sticks purely to the facts on the screen. It doesn't exaggerate, it doesn't make stuff up. Honestly, a lot of the time on the GED, the most direct and maybe even the most boring statement is the correct one. All right, so you've got the routine down. Now let's talk about the enemies. Those tricky wrong answers, the distractors that are designed from the ground up to fool you. Okay, these are the classic traps you're going to see over and over. Answers that go way beyond the data, making predictions about the future. Answers that overclaim certainty with words like always or proves. Some will cherry pick just one piece of data and ignore the big picture. But that last one, confusing correlation with causation, oh man, that is the big one. Let's zoom in on that. You have got to pay attention to the exact words they use on the test. It's almost a game. The GED test makers love to see if you know the difference between saying two things are just linked versus saying one thing actually causes the other. So words in that left column, causes, proves, those should set off alarm bells in your head. They are huge red flags. The words on the right, though, is associated with, tends to. Those are much safer. They're more cautious and usually a much better bet. So here it is, a golden rule to write down. If you're ever stuck between two answers that both look pretty good, pick the one that is more precise with the numbers you can see and way less certain about things you can't see or things that weren't measured. The best answer doesn't make big, dramatic leaps. Okay, you've learned the strategy, you've seen the traps. Now, it's time to put it all together. Time for you to flex those data detective muscles. It's your turn. Okay, here's the new scenario. You've got a chemical reaction. The pH level starts at 7.0. 10 minutes later, it's dropped to 5.0. That's it. That is literally all the information you have to work with. So, based on just that data, which of these claims is the most justified? A, the pH will hit 0 by 40 minutes. B, the reaction averaged a drop of about 0.2 pH units per minute. C, the acid was added at exactly the 6-minute mark. Or D, this reaction is dangerous and needs to be stopped. Okay, I really want you to do this. Pause the explainer right here, run that care routine in your head, and lock in your answer. All right, did you pause? I hope so. If you picked B, congratulations, you nailed it. It's the only claim that's just simple math based on the numbers we were given, right? A 2.0 pH drop in 10 minutes, that's an average of 0.2 per minute. A is a wild prediction. C is just making stuff up. And D is a total judgment call. So I really want to hear from you on this one. Drop a comment below and tell us, what was your first gut instinct? Did another one look tempting at first? Let us know what trap you spotted and avoided. You see, you've got this. That care routine is your master key for unlocking points on the GED Science test. It's not magic, it's not a trick, it's just about learning to see the test for what it really is. A test of how you think, not just what you've memorized. Seriously, give yourself a pat on the back for leveling up your skills today. You've added a super powerful tool to your test-taking toolkit. Just remember, every one of those science questions is just a little puzzle, and you are now the detective with the method to solve it. If this helped you out, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more GED strategies from the whole Dr. Cool Cat team. We'll see you next time.